90-day relationship. Who do you think you have 90-day relationship with? And I won't tell you until the end, so you keep guessing. I grew up in Russia, and all I was playing, I remember in my childhood, I was building homes. I would build them under the tables, with the chairs, on the trees, under the trees. Once I even built it in my dog's little house, so I lived there for a while, and dog was outside. And now I'm a real estate broker. Interesting, right? We all have passion in our lives. Sometimes we don't realize that it was a passion because we're too small. But then you get the interest out, and it's like, oh, now I remember and understand why I wanted to play houses all the time. So I'm still playing houses now in a larger scale, and very happy with that. Wanted to educate you a little bit how to pick the greatest agent or broker when you're ready to buy a home, because that is very, very important for your home and for you and for your family. So being a real estate agent since 2007, my first lady who introduced me to that was my real estate agent, who I bought a beautiful condo with, and I was on a high of my happiness and also on a high of the market, which in 6 months went down. So I was on a down of my happiness and a down of the market. The girl was brilliant. I loved her. She was kind and she was passionate, but she maybe was not very knowledgeable. So I learned from that when you pick up your agent, when you interview your agents, ask questions. Sometimes we forget and we're afraid to look bad, but always ask questions. They have to be knowledgeable. They have to know what's going on in the market. They have to know their area, and they have to be experienced, at least a couple of years of experience, so you know how they work with the buyers and the sellers. That's the first point. Next thing, when I was agent myself, and I would introduce people to their homes, and all I was hearing from my clients, oh, you're so kind, you take care of me like we're your family. And I was always thinking, isn't that what every agent does? Like, we have to do that. But I understood that a lot of agents later on, I understood, most of them have a dollar sign in their head. That's what they're aiming for. They're thinking of the commission, and they're thinking less of the client, meaning they don't really care what house, if you like that house very much. They just want to sell you something, so they take you all over the place without listening to what your needs and wants are, without really giving you and improving you with each house being better and better and closer to narrowing you down to what you really want. So that would be the second thing. Your real estate agent or broker has to have a heart and has to have a nice personality and understanding that now I'm serving you and your needs and wants are my needs and wants. It's not about my commission, it's about to bring you the house that you want to be in. And the third one would be back to the houses I was building. When you interview your agents, your potential agents, and please don't be afraid to do that, because if you know, in Los Angeles, we have one agent on every 12 people. So every 12 people has an agent. So you can have a couple of dozens of them go through you and really look for the connection, because here we go. This is going to be a 90-day relationship, and you don't want to be stuck for 90 days with someone who you don't really like. Look for that intuition that, oh, I like that girl. Maybe, maybe she only has a couple of years of experience, but she's really kind and she's passionate. And most of all, yes, ask them, why did you want to be an agent? Why did you work? Do you like real estate? What made you be a real estate broker? And if she says, oh, because I didn't get a role in that movie that I decided, but if they say, oh, I was building homes under the table when I was little, stick with that person. Obviously, something they wanted to do from to start with. So, in conclusion, people in general who are passionate about what they do and who they're with. And all, very importantly, that you are not afraid to ask questions, find out that their education and their credentials are good, and they're kind and sincere, and that they have a passion. So those three things are important. Thank you very much.